Yo, what's going on, fellas? Six Paths Dunga back again with another reaction video. Alright, so I just realized throughout my whole duration of doing Boruto content, which dates back maybe sometime last year or whatever. But yeah, honestly, I never once talked about the Boruto anime returning. And it's pretty ironic because, fun fact, I didn't start reading the manga until the anime went on hiatus. I was originally just gonna wait until the anime came back and then just go off of that, but Two Blue Vortex intrigued me so much, I had to go back and read the rest of part 1 and then start reading Two Blue Vortex. So I guess it's not far-fetched to say I wasn't anime only until I wasn't, you feel what I mean? So yeah, when the anime comes back, I'm gonna be heavily into that. I'm gonna be heavily making content on that. And I do want to talk about it, but I want to be face to face with you guys when I'm talking about it. So I guess a reaction video is the right way to go. I don't have too much to say on that. We're gonna keep the intro kind of short because I do make my intros kind of long and I gotta stop doing that. So yeah, Naruto Explained. I'm gonna leave the link to his channel down below in the description, so go show him some love. This video almost got like 100K. I ain't gonna lie, a lot of people want to know when the anime's coming back, and I don't blame them. So it's a popular topic, so you know, I want to get my take on it. So without further ado, if you guys like my reaction videos and you want to see more from me, then go ahead and drop the like. That's the quickest way to show me that you guys mess with the content. Okay, let's get into the video.
Yo, what's going on, everybody? It's your boy Naruto Explained here, and today we got a few big updates on the future of the Boruto anime production that we're going to be going over. It's going to be ranging from discussion about a new TV anime to a discussion regarding a potential Boruto Naruto Next Generations movie. Again, big updates here. So if you're an anime-only fan of Boruto, you like...
Now, I ain't going to lie. I would love that little last arc of Boruto we got left. How much of part 1 do we have left? Like, I know the anime left off right after the code fight, so maybe around like what, 10 chapters or something. It's definitely less than 15 chapters we gotta cover, so that's not a lot. That's not a lot of content. I don't want to put all of that into a movie, but let's just say we'll do regular anime up until like, let's say chapter 77, right? Chapter 77 and 78 is around the time KAWAKI started crashing out and decided to go steal Naruto and Hinata, right? That's when he decided to make his big move. Everything started to change. Boruto lost everything. He went rogue from the village. Naruto disappeared. All that happened within those 3 chapters, right? That itself can be a movie. Just those 3 chapters, right? Those 3 chapters, that can expand over about 4 to 5 episodes. And an anime movie is around that time anyway. An hour and 20, an hour and 30, whatever, right? So that's the standard time of a movie, around 4 anime episodes. And a regular Boruto episode is around like 20 minutes or so. 20, 40, an hour and 20, an hour and 40 if you want to add the 5th episode or whatever. If you need a 5th episode, an hour and 40. That's a standard time of a movie, right? So those last 3 chapters should be put into a movie. We should just work up until then, you know? I would love for that to happen.
Episode 293, and you went, wait, what is this? What about Code? What about Ada? What about Damon? What about Boruto versus Kawaki? When does that happen? And you clearly realize that Boruto's anime, it pulled a Full Metal Alchemist 2003, where the original anime ended with an anime original ending because the manga at the time, it was still ongoing. The anime's last canonical coverage at the time was volume 7, but due to production issues as well as a lack of remaining source material, we got an anime original ending there and we got one for Boruto. So if you reach those conclusions, you are correct because the anime...
Anybody that doesn't know, I'm gonna just put it in simple terms. If the anime ever catches up to the manga in any shape or form, if it even gets relatively close, it's best to go on a hiatus. You have a weekly anime, right? Boruto was weekly. It had a lot of filler, but it was weekly. And then you have a monthly manga. It's not gonna correlate. It's not gonna work out, you know, unless you're gonna have a bunch of filler, which nobody wants to see. It's gonna kill the ratings of the anime, right? Not in a good way. Or the anime can go its own direction until the manga kind of creates some separation between the anime and the manga, and then the anime will try to reconnect with the manga. So that right there we call anime canon. Anime canon, that's what it's called. Where the anime kind of does its own thing, but it still kind of correlates to the story, and it can be considered canon in a way. Now, I have made a bunch of videos on that, right? Boruto has a lot of anime canon. They don't call it filler anymore, they just call it anime canon. I'm just gonna be 100. I'm gonna be one of those YouTubers that be like, you know what? Anime canon is filler in disguise, right? But it's a new type of filler. It's a filler that can actually come back and resurface later on in the series. It's still filler, but it's slightly more important filler, just so you guys know.
There were another 12 chapters worth of material waiting to be adapted. If you're a longtime
Yeah,
viewer
12
of the channel,
chapters.
you know that we reported on both why the anime ended abruptly and then reported last year the update on the 4 special Naruto episodes that have been running 17 months behind schedule, as well as new information about Boruto's anime. So depending on if you're new to the channel or you're a longtime viewer of the channel, some of the information we're going to go over is going to be new to all of you, including long-term viewers, and to some of you, particularly the part breaking down how even for a weekly anime, Boruto had a terrible production schedule. That's going to be old news to long-term viewers. The too long didn't read of everything is basically there was a recent update directly from Studio Pierrot itself, the anime studio that animates Boruto, for the owner of the IP, Shueisha, and for the production committee that TV Tokyo, the broadcast company who airs series like Naruto, Boruto, Pokemon, Spy Family, Bleach, Yu-Gi-Oh, and Black Clover.
Speaking of Studio Period, there's a lot of people that don't even want them to deal with Boruto anymore, right? So I don't have to sit here and be disingenuous. I know, and you guys know, the Boruto anime has a lot of flaws. It has minor pacing issues, but it has even more animation issues. And I'm pretty sure if you're within the Boruto community, you've definitely seen 1 or 2 animation mess ups. The animation for the Boruto anime isn't always the best. That being said, I'm pretty sure they want to take the remaining amount of part 1, and especially Tubular Vortex, and make it supreme in production and animation quality. They don't want to mess this up. And like I said, as a former anime only guy, I seen it all. I seen Boruto at its best. And I'm gonna put some clips up on the screen so you guys can see I'm not just yapping. I seen Boruto at its best, and I seen it at its worst. And let me just say, when it's at its best, it's undeniably a top 5 anime out there. But when it's at its worst, everybody's gonna let you know. So one of the things that is delaying the anime return is just the production quality. They want to make sure going into Tubular Vortex, Boruto is at its best. And if that consists of changing production studios, then so be it. They have to go through all that licensing, they have to go through all that legal actions to make it a reality. We've seen the release of the manga. We've seen how popular it was. It was breaking records, right? And we look at how good the manga's doing, right? The anime has to surpass that. It's not because the anime just has to be better. There's just more anime watchers than there are manga readers. Watching the anime is the primary source of consuming manga content. It's always gonna be a more popular choice. There's a lot of people that haven't even have begun to read Tubular Vortex. They're just waiting for the anime to come out. So once that comes out, the manga will be twice as popular. So you just gotta make sure your quality is up to par. And I could see that they're just taking their time. I fully expect when the anime comes back out, we're in for a treat.
Now, for those of you guys who don't know, Masayuki Koda is one of several animators who worked on Boruto who got their start working on the Naruto anime. As the old folks like to say, they cut their teeth on the Naruto anime, with Koda working on iconic animation sequences from fights such as Sasuke versus Danzo to the Sakura and Chio versus Sasori 100 Puppets fight. Despite the nonsense that Boruto haters will tell you, the anime wasn't lacking for talent. It was not some overflowing breeding ground of new animators, no different than Naruto ever was. But we'll get to that in a moment. In the background, as he was speaking in the Naruto section, which was a rather large chunk of the whole episode, we saw Masayuki Koda with a stack of manga volumes and magazines for Boruto, in particular V-Jump magazine with the particular May 2024 issue where Boruto's on the cover, which would have been from the April 2024 chapter, which is Jura attacking Team 10 and
Yeah.
Himawari turning around to meet Kurama. This, of course, led to everyone online losing their minds that this was a sign that Boruto's anime was finally going to be going right back into production. And that's part of why we're doing the video. Back when Boruto Naruto Next Generations ended, there was a statement put out on the official Naruto website that when they announced the ending of Boruto Naruto Next Generations, it stated that the second part of the anime was already in the works, with the statement being, quote, the anime Boruto Naruto Next Generations began in April of 2017. 6 years have passed since then, but episode 293, set to air on March 26 Japanese Standard Time, will mark the last episode of the first part of the series. But don't worry, the Naruto and Boruto saga is not over yet. Part 2 of the anime is already in the works, end quote. Since that statement was made, Boruto's anime team, which again, while there are new animators on that staff, which reminder, Naruto / Boruto's anime team, it is different from Bleach. It is different from Kingdom. It is different from Black Clover.
And if they want to like make the rest of part 1 a movie, they could definitely do that. If they just go straight no BS, they can fit 12 chapters in a movie. I feel the movie will be a little bit over 2 hours, but they can for sure do that. You get the movie done, high quality movie. It's gonna set those expectations going into Tuba Vortex. So I can definitely see the logic in that. If they want to go that direction, I'm all for it.
Few animators from some of your favorite Naruto fights were on Boruto. But since that statement was made in 2023, we've lost some big names. Nishio, one of the golden children from the Naruto animation team, has taken over as a director of Kaiju number 8, a very well animated series. Inakawa is one of the directors of Blue Lock. If I'm not mistaken, he is the animation director.
I didn't know that. I didn't know that.
Rough. The highs for season 2 were extremely high, like the last couple of episodes of season 2. Shang-Chi Wong, a guy you'll remember for Naruto and Sasuke versus Fuse Momoshiki, Sakura versus Shin, Naruto and Sasuke, their final battle in the Naruto Shippuden anime. He started his own production studio, which did that mega animation for
so they're losing guys.
Sun Wukong last summer. Though given the amount of Boruto art that he still draws on his own currently, he's pretty much a lock when you do get a Boruto anime return. Then you get the most famous name of them all. Hiroyuki Yamashita, who is currently on Bleach 1000 Year Blood War arc, is literally one of the best animators to ever work on the Naruto IP, and he also worked on Boruto. While Koda did have a recent Boruto material on his desk as he was drawing, I want to press pause a bit on a Boruto anime return, at least for Boruto Part 2 for one small moment, especially with the names I mentioned earlier being gone from the Naruto staff currently. Don't expect any announcement, say tomorrow or anything like that, saying this is the definitive release date for the anime for the following 2 reasons. Number 1, we still have not gotten the 4 special episodes for Naruto's 25th manga anniversary.
I forgot about that. They did say we're gonna get like a few episodes of like, what was it, part 1 Naruto? So do we have to get those first for the Boruto movie to be announced? Like, don't get me wrong, I'll watch those episodes. Like, those episodes is cool, right? How important are those like 4 episodes of part 1 Naruto to the extent they will have to delay it this much? But for sure, when we get that movie update, that's gonna lead us into Blue Vortex. I feel like the only problem is the Boruto manga is monthly. That's killing a lot of this pacing. It's killing a lot of it. And I know, I'm saying it myself. The Boruto manga being monthly is the reason why we don't have the anime out yet. We did not have this problem with Naruto Shippuden. And if we did, I was too young to even know about it. But I'm pretty sure it was never a hiatus this long. Like, I always just told myself like, oh yeah, 2026, late 2026, early 2027, at least we'll know something by then, right? I expect to know something by 2026, but we won't actually see anything until late 2026, early 2027. And by that time, we should be around like chapter 30 of Tuba Vortex, maybe going into the 40s. By that time, it's time to start the anime, you know what I mean? So I just thought they wanted Tuba Vortex just to get a certain amount of chapters ahead, so they never run into this problem again, where they have to like shut down the anime for an extended period of time. And even then, since the anime is like weekly, there's still a chance you can catch up to a monthly manga. So if the anime does return soon, it's gonna have to be seasonal, which can help not only the pacing, but the animation quality. Now don't get me wrong, just because the anime is seasonal doesn't mean we're gonna be getting some top-notch, top-of-the-line quality. It doesn't mean that at all. The animation quality will be better, probably, but I'll be even more disingenuous if I don't say the quality of seasonal anime hasn't dropped within like the past 10 or so years. So we don't know what we'll be getting. All we know is that when the anime does return, the quality is going to be slightly higher and most likely it'll be seasonal, which is more good than bad, by the way.
That Masashi Kishimoto personally wrote the story for, which were due back in October 2023, meaning that those episodes were in production as far back as spring 2023, since the average Naruto Shippuden episode done by Studio Pierrot took 3 months to complete. Second, after those episodes, which were due by the end of fiscal year 2025, according to the information we received last year and reported on, which the fiscal year ends March 31st of this year.
Like, come on, just release the episodes, bro. Like, just release it, dog. There's no way it should be delayed this long.
It's very likely there won't be a solid Boruto anime update until TV Tokyo does its annual investment call, where we learn the plans this upcoming fiscal year, which will end in March of 2026. Those Naruto episodes are likely coming before you get a Boruto episode. Jujutsu Kaisen Volume 0 was 4 long chapters, basically 5 Boruto chapters worth of material, and it even got a movie. You might be asking, hey, what do those things have in common with Boruto? Well, they all have the same person from Shonen Jump who was assigned to them that is now on Boruto. Akifumi Fujio, the lone exception in that group being Chainsaw Man, who had someone different assigned to it than Akifumi Fujio. Another property that you're probably aware of that he's involved with was Dawn to Dawn, but he's also part of the reason why we got the Spy Family movie and the My Hero Academia movies.
So that's looking like the direction they're gonna go. And you guys could thank Mugen Train for that. Mugen Train started this little anime movie trend. Every anime nowadays is getting a movie. Mugen Train was out here breaking records. It was breaking records. So I don't blame animation studios if they just want to go the movie route. That way you easily get rid of part 1. Boom, you get it done. You could focus on Two Blue Vortex solely. So it is still a movie, right? You still want to make it A1 quality. But if you want to get part 1 out of the way as fast as possible, while still maximizing the popularity of Boruto, you have to drop a movie. You can even use this movie to advertise Two Blue Vortex. Just put at the end of the movie some Two Blue Vortex teaser. Episode 1 that covers chapter 1 of Two Blue Vortex. Yeah, just put a teaser of Two Blue Vortex at the end of the movie, right? Show Boruto coming back. Show them the character model. Show them Boruto's time skip design. Show them that animated. You don't even have to show the whole thing. Just show a little bit of the sword or something. There's a lot of ways you could do that, but it has to be part of the movie. Right? Oh, that's perfect. That's honestly perfect. So honestly, I feel like I've seen enough of this video. When it comes to the release date, there's nobody on YouTube that can tell you the release date of the anime right now. We could come up with a hypothesis on what we think based on past anime movie releases and all that, but nothing for sure. Nobody can really tell you when it's gonna come out. My guess is it'll probably be around late 2026, early 2027. So we gotta get through this year, half of next year, and then we'll start getting more information about a movie, possible Two Blue Vortex anime releases, stuff like that. That way it gives enough time for the manga to get ahead. It gives them time to get the whole animation studio thing figured out, how they want to proceed with the anime, and if they want to make it seasonal or not. They have to come up with a plan first. So anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. And of course, Naruto Explained. I'm gonna leave the video down below in the description just in case anybody wants to go and finish it. You can, but I feel like I got my point off and I don't want to make the video too long. This is a 24-minute video, so if I watch the whole thing, this video easily be an hour and 20 minutes long, and that's with me talking. So I feel like it's best to end it off here. But anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and if you did, make sure you leave a like, comment, subscribe, and turn on post notifications if you want to get notified when I upload or go live for chapter spoilers. But until my next one, I'm out. Peace.